See, well, okay, talking about that, what we're going to get into now is a film study of second year and first year quarterbacks, just looking at what they're doing, etc., why they are the way they are. And I'll be breaking down Caleb Williams. I do have some film on him, so we'll try to show that to you guys as well. I do want to mention this though in regards to the Bears. One thing that even Bill Belichick's pointing out that I don't agree with is it's all Ryan Poles' fault. If I'm not wrong, that's a GM. Um, is that the GM of the Bears? I'm
Yes,
horrible with names, right?
yes.
They're pointing out that it's his fault. I'm gonna be honest. The guy brought in Keenan Allen for you. He got the best punter that we've ever seen almost in a draft class. He brings in Romeo Dinze and Caleb Williams in the same draft. He's had successful drafts one after another. If you look at since he's been in the NFL, every single time his draft grades are there, it's an A. It's an A draft grade. You cannot put the blame on Ryan Poles all the time. It's just not fair. At some point, we have to recognize the fact that the coaching staff is horrendous. Okay, I called it at first when Matt Eberflus came in. Look, he's a great defensive coordinator, but he's just not a leader. I don't see a
100%
leader
agree with
from
you.
Matt Eberflus. So we'll get into it though. So we'll start to get into some game film on Caleb Williams. Hopefully, if it works, I hope it works at least. Right. Let me try sharing screen here. Yash, could you
Oh, yeah. Sorry, give me
allow it?
just a
Yeah,
second.
no worries, no worries.
There we go.
Okay, so this game is against New England. This most recent game. This is the game I think that's made everybody just question Caleb Williams to the ultimate level. Um, is this accessible to you, Yash, right now?
Yes.
Okay, so right on this play, what we're going to see here is so first of all, this right here is what we want to identify. You can see the lines here, Yash.
Yes.
This is what we're looking at. Look at the number of players that are in the line of scrimmage. Right now, you have like a five-man front here with two corners on either side playing man to man here. And then you have probably what's going to be like a cover zero. Cover zero is essentially where the entire defense is saying, we're going to come at you, we're going to blitz at you all throughout. So in this case, I think we have maybe a cover one stance because you have three linebackers set here, probably have a safety on top. Then you have
Mhm.
two corners playing man to man. I think as the thing here progresses, you'll see just a shift in the line. So they're kind of going to play zone coverage, is what that's saying. Let me just slow it down here, just so that it's much easier for us to look. So in this case, what's going to happen is you got Cole Komet coming on the inside, and then we'll just see this slowly here. So the moment we're here, you try to erase these. So the moment when we're here, essentially, a route concept that the Chicago Bears a lot of times use is this outside cut. We just call this a simple out route. It's a route that most of the time the Chicago Bears use just to get separation. Now this is where I think Caleb Williams is horrible at. Horrible at. He looks at the running back here, right? One thing that I think Caleb Williams is caused him to be horrible is he's just not able to get this idea of, let me explain it like this. This is what Caleb Williams in his mind is thinking. How can I get the first down instead of how can I get up to the first down? There's a difference. When you're at the first quarter, second and seven, 12 minutes 40, you don't need to get a first down. If I can't get a first down, let me get as close as I can to the first down. And then on next play, I can run it in. That's the problem. Right here, wide open running back on the inside. If you dot him right here, he's getting at least up to the third and two, third and three. And from there, you can run the ball in, or you could have um, uh, some way of just like getting 3 yards. It's much easier than getting 7 yards. And the thing I hate about this most is Caleb's actually looking at the running back. You guys will see as the video progresses. You see, he looks at that running back there, and then he's all gone. The moment this comes out, Caleb's got his eyes right on that running back. And then now he's just backing up more and more, and he's getting sacked. It's just one of those things that frustrate me because he does the same thing in college. This is one of the reasons that I told I didn't like Caleb coming out of college. I'm not saying he wasn't supposed to be the number one recruit, but it's just this idea of him always waiting to throw that ball that just frustrates me. That's one play that I have. Second play that I have is right here. So these are all games against New England. This is the games that I was able to get video coverage of. So hope you guys,
Yeah, unfortunately, we're poor guys. We don't have the
yeah.
ability to access
If you want
access
true film,
film.
go to Brett Coleman. He's amazing.
Yeah, unless you get Brett Cole or unless we steal it some way, but shh, don't say anything. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Don't YouTube, don't take me down. Please, no one, please don't get FBI to open my door up, please. We don't want that anywhere here, but yes,
Right.
unfortunately, we
So
have to find very unique ways of getting film.
so this play here, we'll see. This is I think Keenan Allen. He's gonna run again. Where I mentioned this out route to the corner here. You can see that Yash just confirming, right?
Yes.
Okay, so he's gonna run this corner. Watch Caleb here. Late. This is not. This is DJ Moore. Just watch Caleb here, though. This is one thing I've noticed way too often. So, so this is just to let you guys know here. This is gonna be here a three-step drop, one hitch, and then boom, throw it. That's what it should be. But so the three-step drop, one hitch is something that the West Coast offense kind of prioritized. It was essentially the timing of a route that a receiver takes is going to be proportional to the number of steps that a quarterback takes. So a three-step drop is you take three steps back, and then one hitch is the number of steps you take in front. So a three-step drop would be 1, 2, 3, then one hitch would be one, right? So that would be a three-step drop and one hitch. This is one of those classic quarterback progressions. Now, he takes that three steps, fine. The one hitch, if he makes that one hitch, it's perfect. But look, starter stepping, horrible foot technique right there, right? In this case, DJ Moore has a first down. Now you could say, oh, he's not reaching far enough. He's not getting to the ball. That's fair. DJ Moore has been a horrible attitude player for the Chicago Bears. But in this case, right, that's a very doable throw. And he's throwing it pretty much to the coaches on the sideline. That's just not acceptable, right? Again, as I mentioned before, it's the timing of his throws that I'm frustrated about. That's the thing I extremely dislike when it comes to Caleb Williams. Now, let me try to open up another video here. I think it is this one here. Yeah. So again, against New England, right now, 2nd and 14, you're on 50 seconds left in this game here. Again, right? I mentioned this before, and I have to mention it again. It's the timing of his throws that just disturbs me, right? Because this guy is extremely talented. Again, this is going to be one of those comeback routes that we talk about in football. So he's coming over here. Are you able to see the drawing, or is it just me? This is
Yes.
glitching. He's
I think
running this
so.
comeback. This is Rome Odinte,
Yes.
who I'll also say this: he has not been very good. I'll be very frank. Rome Odinte has not been playing by far very well. This is one of those things as a quarterback you have to get down, and that's just feet. Your feet have to be precise as a quarterback in order to succeed, right? In this case, I think since he's going from shotgun, it's going to be three-step drop, maybe a hitch, or maybe no hitch in this case. So yep, three-step drop, one hitch. It's really not horrible technique in terms of foot-wise, right? But it's also the position of the ball now, right? You're now throwing it right here, you know, when rather you could throw it right here. Right? There's a huge gap here. We don't need, a rookie receiver trying to make Randy Moss plays on every single down. Timing is horrible. It's horrible. I'll mention it again and again because that's the truth. Last play I'll get to here. Um, so again, this is against New England. These are all just within the half, honestly. So now this play is one thing I want to mention as a positive when it comes to Caleb Williams, but also as a negative. So as we watch the play, just notice overall. I'll try to be silent. I know I talk too much, but uh, right here. So it's a 4th and 4 situation. Oh, I sped it up. 4th and 4 situation. Now, Yosh, in your analysis, good play, bad play, what are we saying?
I would say that that was, that was a good play. You basically see the or what's it called? The pressure come on you, find the
Yep.
open, and you just go. At that point, it's 4th and 4. The whole concept really kind of gets out. You're not playing situational football. It's just try to get to the line. You see that opening, it's there. You just have to go and get those 4 yards.
Okay. First thing that you notice here, we're playing cover one, cover two, everything we're playing here.
Can't tell. Think cover one.
I think we're playing cover one, right? So
Yeah.
he's got that one safety over top.
I don't know
Fourth
if
and
there's
four
another safety
situation,
back here. It doesn't look like it.
maybe,
Yeah,
but you just count the number of players. You got four, you got three,
it looks
that's
like
seven,
Cam right now.
9, 10. You might have another
Yeah.
cover safety in the back, maybe, right? Let's just, I think, let me put it on slow-mo here. Sorry, guys. Um, so in the situation, you tell me this. Is this player going to get me 4 yards, or is he going to get me or is he going to give me 10 yards based on his position? Yeah. So essentially, what I'm trying to say is, look, you're seeing it's actually cover two here, right? But
Right.
the I think it really is cover one because you have cover one over top here, and then I think you're playing with him. I think you're playing one on one versus here.
Versus
That
that
cornerback's going to
right.
play inside on that man on man coverage. So that's what I'm seeing here, right? I could be wrong. I'm not a coach, so I don't know. But
From the looks of it, though, it might be that this is actually the guy who basically plays zone here against DJ Moore, who seems uncovered for the time being.
exactly. So now on this purpose, now you said it was a good play. Understanding that you know what situational football, let's throw that out the door. Let me get a first down.
100%.
However, I want to point this out. As we see the play go over, Yash, just wait. Boom. Right here, this is Keenan Allen. I know it's hard to see.
Right.
Look at the space between him and that safety. Now you tell me,
100%.
is that better than 4 yards of Caleb Williams gaining, or is that 15 yards that he could have gained?
That's true, but if you look at Caleb Williams' eyes right now, he's not exactly looking
And
at
that's my point. That's my
Keenan
point.
Allen. There's a
That's
good
my
point.
point.
There's a point to be made that if the pressure came just a second later or a second later than it actually came, he would have probably seen Keenan Allen under that play. I don't know necessarily if he throws that, but under that circumstance, if pressure had not been that quick, I would have agreed with you as far as saying that yeah, he should have thrown to Keenan Allen.
Look, I don't care if pressure. I don't care if you had, I don't know, Mount Everest is going to fall on you, or you got 15 guys who are trying to sack you. If you have 15 yards of separation with a guy who's had over 10 or what 10,000 yards receiving in his career,
Right.
you throw that ball to him. I don't care who you are, what pressure you're under. Like there's no excuse for that. Right there,
So
that's
you're
15
making,
yards
well, I
first
mean,
down.
that at the end of the day, though, that's more dependent on the play call. If that's not his first read, you're not going to see it one way or another. That's
No,
the
no,
same
no, no,
idea that
Yash,
Big Ben
that's what you're missing.
Roethlisberger got called
I
out
can
on
almost
second down.
guarantee you on a 4th and 4 situation with a triple slant combo, your first read is not the running back on a flat route. I can almost guarantee that. If your first read was maybe here, or maybe if your first read was a tight end, maybe. I think right now he's looking at that tight end for his first read. Okay, fine, he's not there. This is the other thing here. Let's just take a look, right? Okay, fine. If your first read's not open, look. Why are you
Right.
looking there? Keenan
At
Allen's
that
still
point, if
wide
you made
open.
that argument, now I can okay, now I can kind of see, yeah, where you're going. At that point, I would make the argument that yeah, you probably want to throw the
And
ball.
now you're looking at you could have still thrown that ball to DJ Moore, if I'm being honest, but this play here, him running it in is 10,000
Mhm.
times better.
100%.
See, look, this is not at all a bad play. It's not at all a bad play by Caleb Williams. He understood the situation, he went after it. Okay? But it's those small things that create large differences. For
And it does
example, he
show
got
that
the
he's
first down
basically
here.
late on timing, which is another kind of,
Not late, horribly late.
yeah.
Horribly late. There are certain things that you just look. I wish I could show some Arizona film. Unfortunately, I don't have access to that. The Arizona film will tell you everything wrong about Caleb Williams in one game. Now, is this now? Are you guys looking at like? Well, you guys just mentioned he's not as horrible as he is. Well, Yash mentioned that. I am. I'm not, rather. Okay? Look, this has been a horribly disappointing season for Caleb Williams. And you know what? I don't mind. You can call me a Caleb Williams hater. I'll take it, personally. I did say in the preseason he was going to be Offensive Rookie of the Year. And am I glad? I'm kind of happy that I was wrong because my initial thing was right. You know what I'm saying? So I want to mention this to you. So Caleb Williams TTT, or time to throw. I wrote it on a flashcard just so that I don't remember. 3.05. That's tied for eighth most in the NFL. Everybody's bashing this Chicago Bears offensive line, right? There's another stat called percent of pressure with responsibility. Essentially, that breaks down for every pressure that comes within the pocket, who takes most responsibility? Quarterback, offensive line, others, etc. The offensive line for the Chicago Bears is taking 77.3% responsibility. That's ranked 28th in the NFL. So 28th in the NFL, meaning it's one of those lower ends where they are taking not necessarily, let me say it like this, they're blocking actually pretty well if they're not taking in as much pressure,
Right. And there's a
right?
narrative right now going out that with the fact that Caleb Williams has been sacked 38 times, that a lot of that is because of the offensive line, which is
That's
not
not true.
true.
Exactly.
Because if
Let
you
me
look
get
at
it.
the
Let me
pressure
get
to
to it.
sack ratio, it's when it comes to the pressure sack ratio, um, I think when it comes to under 5 seconds, the Bears have one of the lowest in the league. When it comes to
Exactly.
above 5 seconds, it is the highest in the league without a doubt.
See, let me mention this though,
21
Yash.
of those 38 sacks have come after 4 seconds, which
No,
is
let me mention this
far
though.
more than a second beyond the league average. Go ahead, Akilish.
Let me mention. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, you're
Those were
good. You're
great
good.
points, but that's just adding up to this point. Others is 5.2%, 26th. 19.6% for the quarterback, sixth most in the NFL. On all of these plays that I saw here, I can put each one of them, each one in the pocket, he has more than 3 seconds. Patrick
100%.
Mahomes doesn't have that. Lamar Jackson, who has possibly one of the best offensive lines in the NFL, doesn't have. Jared Goff doesn't have that. This guy has so much time in the pocket. I, I'm so sorry that I can't show you Arizona. I for God's sakes, I could have broken down Arizona and taken 45 minutes of it. Literally horrible, horrible timing. Stands in the pocket like he's gonna get served. I don't know, an ice cream cake when it's not even his birthday. Okay, he's just standing in the pocket like waiting for a smiley face to come up. It's horrible timing, no precision at all. The only thing that gives me that any hope in regards to Caleb Williams is the fact that he's trying to make something out of nothing. In some situations, yes, there's nothing there. Rome Odunze has massively not performed. Okay, if we're being very honest here, Rome Odunze has not been close to where his potential was. DJ Moore doesn't care about the team. I'm sorry, it's the truth. When you walk out of the play on a third down critical situation, when Caleb Williams is running for his life, and you don't really care that it's over or not over. You don't even see whether you got the ball or not. It shows me you have no care. Keenan Allen, he's coming to the end of his career. So with all those things into the play, yes, he's in a tough situation, but at the same time, for me, here's the thing. He's trying to make something out of nothing. He's trying to get that ball down the field. There's been some plays against, for example, the Jacksonville Jaguars. There was a play where he faked it to the wide receiver, faked it to the running back, and then Cole Kmet was right on that inside. He threw a beauty. That's precision. That's timing. That's quarterback play. You know what I'm saying? Like here, the timing of his feet, everything was off. The Cole Kmet play, I can tell you that's one of the best plays a quarterback made this season. The timing, the foot, the feet, the way they moved. See, quarterback play, guys, as Bill Walsh says it, it's ballerina. It's it's just slow, calm, easy. When you look at it, you don't feel any pressure. But on the dancer's mind, it's full pressure. Your feet placement, everything about it has to be so exact. So it just flows. That's how quarterback play should be. It should just flow. In Caleb Williams' plays, it's a disjointed line that's trying to get jointed. It's just not at all okay. That's my film on Caleb Williams. Okay. Now, there are a lot of bright points. I was not able to get enough film on it to show those bright points, but that's where I'm going with when it comes to Caleb Williams.